Hey, we are here. What? Who are you? What? I'm sorry. It's my second favorite holiday, and I am in the middle of celebrating like a son of a bitch.
I
So,
hear you, man. I'm
uh,
doing the same thing.
you're gonna have to tell me the band name one more time because I'm retarded like that.
Name of the band is Target 7.
Target 7. I kept wanting to
Target
say
7.
System 7. I'm sorry, but Target 7. Excellent. So,
Mhm.
what is going on with the Target 7 people?
We're doing good. We got Jose, the guitar player, here on the line with us,
All right.
and we're ready to rock.
All right. So, tell us a little bit about yourselves. I know you're from the San Antonio area. We have a mutual friend in the lovely Miss Rachel Martinez. She's the one that hooked this interview up. Want to give a big shout out to her.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
so, give us a little background of Target 7.
Go ahead, Jose, take it away.
So, well, we're just basically, I guess, you can say like a local band from San Antonio. We're an original, like, traditional heavy metal band. We got together actually like about 2 years ago. It was me and Chris Kronk. He used to be in Carrion and Faith Warning and stuff like that. And so I met the
Fate's
guy
Warning.
at Love Driver, a Scorpions tribute band. And from there, I told him, like, hey, what do you think we do like this original project? And then, Stan came along, and then Al from Headhunter came along, and yeah, there you go. Rocking
That's
things,
Yeah, it's funny how I came aboard. They actually had they had recorded an album, and they were needed for a rhythm guitar player. And Chris actually messaged me and said, hey, man, you think you can be a hired gun for the show? Yeah, man, I'll do it. Well, ended up liking the music so much, I just continued on with it. And we're going through a struggle trying to find the right musicians, drummers, bass players. And it got to the point where I got fed up with these guys and said, you know what, I want to play the bass now. And that's how the current lineup has been formed. I brought in my drummer from Headhunter in, and it's been the four of us rocking for what, past 6 months like that? A little longer?
Yeah, about close to a
Sorry.
year now, actually.
All right. So, but you guys all come from other bands, so this is like a super group there, a local super group. Is that a good description?
You can call it like that, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be a nice way to put it. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just getting over the flu, so I still have some coughs. Sorry about that.
No worries, man.
But
Glad you're feeling better.
yeah, this flu that I just got over, I wouldn't wish this on my ex-wife. Fuck that.
Yeah, not bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's brutal.
So, okay. So when you all got together, like, what was your direction? Like, did you have one main songwriter, or do you all contribute to all the song? How does your band function there?
So, well, actually, when Stan came along, we already had like about 7 songs written. I pretty much wrote the music for him, and then Chris came along and wrote, like the vocal part for some of them. And I guess right now we're actually working on some new material, complement that stuff that we, come up with. And I guess this stuff has a little bit more input from everyone, so hopefully, it'll get the best out of all styles. You can call it like that.
Now, you mentioned earlier a traditional metal. Give us some of what your idea of traditional metal would be.
I will say maybe take it back to Rainbow back in Rising, or like MSG 1982. I'll say somewhere around there.
Okay.
Maybe Holly Diver Dio kind of stuff.
Now, your lyrical content. Where do you get your inspiration for your lyrics?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't know where
Never really
Chris
thought
gets
about
this idea. Yeah, the singer does all of that. I don't know where. Most of the time he's got his mind in the gutter, but never brings anything good from it. You know.
It looks like a
But,
future child support payment waiting to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
The music's changed a little bit. Oh, you go ahead, man.
From when they first started, like I said, he had everything there already written.
Right.
And I came in and started playing the bass. Some of the parts changed a little bit. Heavier, more of a drive, trying to take it back to like a Cliff Burton, Rudy Sarzo type bass playing, John Entwistle, you know, something to grab people's
John
attention.
Entwistle, the lead bass player. That guy right there is incredible.
Yes, he is.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, that's what I'm after in this group, that kind of sound. Our drummer, Al, he is the machine. I mean, he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't fuck. He doesn't do nothing, dude. He just plays his drums. It's incredible.
Wow, dude. Don't tell me he doesn't fuck.
I'm telling you, bro, the most orgasmic thing this guy does is hit a snare drum.
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous.
The machine.
Yeah.
But you're like, I see now. I automatically get this like look of you know that movie, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the Gimp already. I'm like, oh wow, you got that guy.
That's, you know, you can describe Al. That would be that's how
no, stop, no. I don't want to think of your band as like all dressed out as S&M and shit. If you guys wear S&M, if you guys wear S&M stuff on stage, you gotta do a Rob Halford song.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Maybe we get the singer to do all the S&M dressing up. I know I ain't gonna do it.
If he can sing Dio, he can do Halford too. So.
Oh yeah, this guy's really good, man. He's like Scorpions, Judas Priest, that type of vocal range. It's really good.
I'm a tremendous Priest fan. I listen to them, and like most of my iPod is Judas Priest, so I listen to them in my truck all the time, and they're one of my favorite of all times. So if your guy can belt it out, if your guy can belt it out like Rob Halford, I need to hear this.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
So when are you guys gonna get me some music to listen to here? I gotta play some stuff on here.
Oh shit! Right on, man.
So you're gonna have to send me some MP3s. You guys recording in the studio soon?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're in the studio right now. The old stuff is out there, but that's before I was on drums and me on bass.
Right.
But currently, we're re-recording all of those songs plus some more, and it's coming together really nicely.
Excellent. Is there a time frame for when that's going to be for release?
We're pushing as fast as we can. Hopefully, we'll be done in the next 2 months. But
don't rush it, man. Don't rush it.
Optimistic. You know what I mean?
You can hear when something's rushed, dude. You definitely don't want to rush it.
Of course.
I know quite a few bands that they rush things, and it's like, man, you could really hear it in the recording. So take your time in the studio where it matters.
Yeah, I will say maybe sometime around the last quarter of the year, hopefully.
Oh, Q4, good.
But
right in time for Christmas. Hear that, listeners?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hear that, listeners? Target 7's new release should be open for it'd be a great stocking stuffer for this Christmas.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Some heavy metal jingle balls, baby, coming right at you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So tell us some more about Target 7. What you're in the studio. What do you got lined up after that? Music video, shows? What you gonna do?
Well, actually, we have a couple of upcoming shows. I know we're doing this, good show next month with Killstorm and Zero the Hero and the Infinite, I believe. And we're hoping that'll be a great show. Hopefully we'll throw in some new stuff for that show, just to kind of like, why the fuck not? But
that's the best reason right there. Why the fuck not?
I like it.
Hey, have you seen that movie? Have you seen that movie Dirty Grandpa yet? With Robert De Niro and Zac Efron. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
There is the best line in a movie I've heard in at least 5 years. The guy goes, the Zac Efron guy, he's all done up in this like prep caddy looking golf shit, and he comes out and he looks at Robert De Niro, who's his grandfather, and you learn in the movie that this guy's like an old Green Beret and shit. So Zac Efron looks at him, he's like, "How do I look?" And the grandfather looks at him, he's like, "You look like the keynote speaker at a butt fucking convention." I was like, oh goddamn. That's the best line I've heard in a movie in at least the last 5 years. I'm dying to say that to somebody when they're like, "How do I look? How do I look?" Really? Well, you look like the keynote speaker at a butt fucking convention. Woo! That's gotta fuck with your psyche when someone digs that deep to fucking make fun of what you're wearing and like makes you question your sexuality. It's like, damn.
That's pretty brutal.
But so you guys have been together for a couple years. So how many? You guys have obviously played some shows already. Tell me some crazy shit that's happened at a Target 7 show.
Actually, every single show, some crazy shit happens.
Or by the process of elimination, there is the craziest thing that's happened. What's that?
You gotta, it's really, other than no calls, you just like, once the sound system, one of the worst for me is when I was playing rhythm guitar, and I've played at this venue several times with a bunch of different bands, and I got my Marshalls cranked to like 5, 6, and they're happy with it, and that's, everybody's loving it.
Now, is that a 50 watt or a 100 watt?
At that time I was using the 50 watt JCM 2000.
Fuck yeah, 50 watts are badass.
Yeah, dude, just enough power, but not too much, because 100 watts just gets outrageous. And anyways, this guy, I don't know what was going on with the sound system or it was just him, but he kept telling me, turn down. Next thing I knew, I was at 1. As low as my amp would go, if I turned it down anymore, it would shut off.
Right.
Like, dude, my Marshall can't go any softer. That's it.
Yeah.
And after that, it was so bad, dude, I walked off the stage. Literally I told my drummer, take a drum solo, and I was gone, dude. I took off for like 5 minutes, went down, did my thing, relaxed, went back up there, and I fucking turned it on to fuck you, I'm rocking. And that was it. So that
sound
was
guys.
Things didn't show up, yeah.
Some of the worst sound, man. I never really ever get like rock star like attitude or lippy unless it's always a fucking sound guy that brings it out, dude. It always is. You try to be nice, you try to be cool, but there's always if it happens, not all of them, not every. I mean, I know some great sound people, but I know some real dickheads too that just. It's like, because I know what I'm doing, motherfucker. I've been doing it for 20 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's the way it is.
Exactly. And you're absolutely right. There's good ones out there, but it's the bad ones that everybody remembers.
And it's always the sound guy that does it. It's not the fucking club owner. It's not the bartender. It's always the sound guy. We had one guy, rest his soul. He would pass out at the fucking console with chicken wings stuck in his beard and shit. It was sound guy, man. I'm telling you, we've had more sound guys chasing pussy at our shows than anything else. It's like, hey, can someone turn the lights on? We're like 3 songs in. I'm paying for lights and I got to pay a production fee, but yet The sound guy's drunk chasing pussy, and if he hits on my wife one more time, I'm gonna punch him in the dick. You know?
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
That's just a Tuesday night in Nashville, I'm telling you. But when are you guys coming out here to Nashville, man? We're trying to set some stuff up between San Antonio and Nashville through Rachel Martinez. You need to look into that. Come on out here and party Dixie style, baby.
That sounds like a whole hell lot of fun, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm definitely down. It'd be great to take this project around the U.S. You know, so especially nowadays, the way things have changed with the internet. You know, there's so many opportunities now that present themselves.
Yeah, the old way of doing things is pretty much dead now. The internet has succeeded in killing the whole business model of music. The way, you know, but there's, you know, through the ashes, something new rises. So people are taking their best shots at stuff, and some people are hitting, and most people are missing. But that's how it's always been, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, and to guarantee you're free. But to be free doesn't mean you're free to fail too. You know, it's a fickle job.
You have all the resources there. Make the best out of them. You know, ain't no guarantee on nothing.
And if you do hit, save your money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like David Lee Roth said, here today, gone later today.
That's the problem, man. Such drugs in rock and roll.
So tell me what it's like for a relatively new band breaking out onto the San Antonio hard rock metal scene.
To be honest, dude, San Antonio, the major scene is tribute and cover. The original scene is like a third world type scene, you know, that it has a following, but it's not as big as the cover and tribute.
It's always been that way.
But, yeah, that is true. But because of this, the following is very strong. And all the bands in this scene, they all stick together. We're all doing shows together. We help one another out. All the fans spread the word, spread the merchandise. So it's growing slowly, but it is growing, and when it grows, it gets even stronger. So it, you know, it feels good to be bringing it back, because at one time San Antonio was like the main scene of everything, original music. You know, Joe Anthony used to bring bands down here all the time. It was, you know, San Antonio was the place, and then 90s came around. Like once at Tejano, rock and roll kind of died. The only real place in San Antonio for the time of rock and roll was a place called Sneakers. And if you mention that name to any of the old rock and rollers, the face will light up, and you know they'll tell you stories all night long about it. But now it's starting to reemerge, and it feels good to be at the forefront of it and try to bring it back.
Well, that's cool. What do you think about this idea? Because the cover bands and the tribute bands, it's always been that way, really. I mean, it's covers. You're always gonna be, you know, because people know what they're getting. When it comes to original music, you don't know what you're getting. I mean, quite honestly, right. in my experience, and I've been going to metal shows since the mid '80s, and when you really do take a gamble with bands that you never heard of before, because man, I'm telling you, most bands are god fucking awful. And some of them are maybe musically proficient, but they're not entertaining. Or they're entertaining, but they can't fucking play. You know, it's kind of rare when you get a band that can put it all together and get out there and do it. I mean, that's what's, you know, that's the next fucking Pantera or, you know, Dio, or you know, they were the total package. But I'm telling you, when you go to see a cover band, you know what songs they're gonna play, so you're you know, it's safe. Tribute bands, that's, you know, but if I'm in an original music band, I'm gonna try to find the tribute band for the band that I want to see. Like I want to if there's a tribute band for Judas Priest, that's who my original band. That's who I want to open for. Like opening for Judas Priest.
Sure.
You know, if you want to, let's play the game. I mean, there's what the other option is to just fight everyone. No, that don't work. Nobody wants to fight and have a good time. You know. So.
Yeah.
Jump in there like, oh, it's Iron Maiden tribute band. Great, we're gonna open up for the local Iron Maiden. Great, let's do this. And then out-party them and outplay them.
Oh fuck yeah!
You know what I'm saying? They might be this tribute band and all that stuff, but you know what? That's just a ticket to see you guys. If you can out-party and outplay these and out-entertain these tribute bands, wow, my.
Yeah, that's how you build a name for yourself. You get people coming back. Because you're absolutely right. You open up for one of those bands and they got a following. You impress the people there. They're going to remember your name and come back to the
following. They already, you know, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all Hollywood. It's all show business. These people are putting on an act for people, you know, and people are going to come see them like, oh, you know, I love Judas Priest, so I would, you know, but I could never afford a ticket to see them, but, you know, these guys seem pretty good, so let's go. Oh, isn't that fun? Yeah, well, the real fun is who's opening for them, you know, that they'll never hear of you any other way. Be like, oh, those guys that opened for that Judas Priest wannabe band, who were they? You know, that's, you remember them? The guy that pulled his dick out on stage. Remember those guys?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, I think that guy peed on the guy who was playing Rob Halford. I don't know if that was part of the act or if he was really into it. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
If they're gonna remember it. Yep.
Yeah.
And whatever it takes to be remembered, you know. It's like.
That's true, man.
But that's what, you know, if I decide to get back into a band situation, an original band, I'm going to try to open up for every tribute band in town. Get my picture taken with them, making, you know, do the whole, be Steel Panther to them, be like, be bigger than you ever thought you were. But you're a great tribute band, but that's what you do, you tribute. So, but that's what brings asses in the seats, you know. It's like, oh shit, so open up for as many tribute bands as you can.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, if you take 20% of their audience, next thing you know, oh, you're headlining.
Exactly. That's what it says.
That's what I would do.
I can remember the name.
That's if I was up and coming in this any music scene that's dominated with tribute bands, that's exactly what I would do. I would be like, let's party, woo! You can be the big rock star tonight, baby, no problem. I'll be the opening band, but you're playing your music and they're playing somebody else's. And if you're good enough,
that's the difference right there.
And if you got what it takes, and if you're good enough, you can. They'll come back and see you. And that's all it takes for you. And the only other thing I would tell bands is really cater to the alcoholics, because those are the ones that get you paid. Like my band, when we first started out, we would have 20 people there, but the bar tab was if there was 60. So the fucking club owners were like, you can come back every fucking weekend, guy. So it's if you cater to the alcoholics, and what we had is we did an old Sex Pistols trick. My wife can brew iced tea look just like that Jack Daniels in a bottle. So we would fill these bottles up with iced tea, and we'd be kicking them back, and the drunks at the bar were like, God damn, holy shit. So they would start drinking, and we're banging iced tea, they're banging 80 proof, it's like they're falling down on the floor, and we're like, woo. But yeah, the alcohol sales, if you're a new band, learn that quickly, man. The more liquor you sell, the more gigs you make.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing, until you have a record deal, the only thing you're really doing to sell is T-shirts and liquor. That's it.
Mhm.
I mean, even Exodus was saying how all they really are really talented traveling t-shirt salespeople.
Oh, I love it.
But then I went to see Steel Panther last night, and the cheapest T-shirt there was $35. You know, like, whoa, wait a minute, there's something to this T-shirt thing now, isn't there?
Yeah, no shit, man. $35.
Well, one of the things I got to get you to do when we wrap this up.
All right.
Rock and roll, baby, rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
What I got to get you to do is you should give me a bumper and say, hey, this is Target 7, and you're listening to the Bearded Clam Show on metalheadradio.com. Whenever you're ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is Target 7 with Jose and San Martinez, and you're listening to
The Bearded Clam Show on Metalhead Radio.
Got it. We got it.
Excellent, dude. That was pretty cool how y'all traded it off like that. So, do you have you got a web presence? Tell everybody how they can find Target 7 online.
Actually, yeah, you just go to Facebook and look up Target 7 Official, and you got it. A bunch of handsome dudes, and you know you're in the right page.
You're like some right motherfucking sexy dudes right there. That's what you gotta tell them.
Tell it, baby.
Well, all right, man. It was good meeting you guys, and get me some MP3s so I can start playing them on the show, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Sounds awesome, pleasure.
All right, brother. Stay hard.
Thank you so much. All right, brother.
All right, thank you, man.
Yeah, we go. Happy 420.
You too, brother.
This is DJ Nova telling you to tune in to the Bearded Clam Show Friday nights at 8 on metalheadradio.com. Come jam out with your clam out.